In Kitchen Rush, you'll be taking, making, and serving orders, keeping your pantry stocked, and making sure the workers can be paid. Can you run a successful restaurant? Let me show you how it all works. There's a lot set up. The main parts will be to separate the ingredients, prepare the spice bag, ready the cards, hand out player mats and hourglasses, and place the plates, ingredients, and orders on their spaces on the board. Make sure you lock areas depending on player count. There are 4 rounds, each lasting 4 minutes. You'll need to use a phone or another timer for this one. The game doesn't include one. Before each round, you'll make your plans. Between rounds, you'll also move the round tracker marker, apply events if needed, and other tidying up. To play, place your hourglass workers on action spaces to do that action. You can only use your colored workers, but everyone can share the helper. Once you place a worker, you can do the action, but you cannot move it until the sand runs out. If the round timer buzzes, you can finish what you are doing, such as cleaning dishes. The action spots are maitre d', which brings in or discards orders and can earn you coins. The waiter takes orders and brings them to the kitchen and can also bring out meals quickly to earn tips. Shopping allows you to replenish your food and spice supplies. Storage is where you store your ingredients. Ovens are where you cook meals. Most orders will need more than one oven action to finish it. Spices work like the ingredients, but you need to reach into a bag to pull them out. The office is where you hire workers, upgrade your kitchen, and repair broken equipment. The sink is where you clean dirty dishes. At the end of the round, check all the plates. If you made your meal properly, collect the money and prestige, discard the order card, return the ingredients to the supply areas, not the storage spot on the board, and put the dirty plates in the sink. If your meal wasn't finished, keep everything, but you lose a prestige. If a mistake was made, dump everything but the card and lose a prestige. You'll have to try again next round. Then you pay 3 coins per worker and return them to the players. If a worker cannot be paid, it is lost until you can hire them back. You also lose a prestige for each unpaid worker. At the end of the 4 rounds, check the served orders, money, prestige, and objectives. To win, you must have met the objective and have no unpaid workers, have at least 1 coin, and have at least 1 prestige. If you did all this, you win. The game is about 60 to 80 minutes, including setup and takedown. This is one of our longest games to set up. If you start early enough, you might be able to squeeze this in on weeknights, especially once you know all of the rules. The player and game boards aren't bad, but the cards, tokens, and other bits make this a table hog. You'll need a dining room table. There's a little in-game reading and some basic math. The tricky parts will be the speed and in-game planning. Clumsy hands will also have a lot of problems playing. I'd say the youngest player should be experienced 8-year-olds. Older is better. It was our 3rd time playing, and we added the Fish Mini expansion. Lucky for us, those orders didn't even come out until the 3rd round anyway, so we kept ignoring them and focused on the main ingredients. We felt like we'd be close to the objective, 21 gold, but didn't know if we'd make it. We ended up with 23. It was our first win, and we all slapped high fives to celebrate. This is a brain burner, and I love that. How do we get what we need while balancing the money and the workers? Are we doing enough to win? I really like puzzles, and this is one non-stop puzzle set to a timer. With that said, this game can seem impossible depending on the players, the objectives, and how the cards come out. I'd actually like to see a video of the makers beating this game on the harder objectives because, honestly, I don't even see how it can be done. The art is nice, and the tokens, especially the food, are super cute. The coins are low quality, The timers are terrible, and even though there are tons of cards, they're really ugly. Most of the game's look, aside from the art, feels really sloppy. Fields of Green, also by Artipia, is one of the best looking games we've seen. Actually, most of the company's games are nice to look at. I don't know what went wrong here. I've obviously never worked in a kitchen, but the theme and mechanisms make a lot of sense. You have so much going on, and people are running all over the place, and you never seem to have enough time, space, money, or ingredients. It's bonkers, but in an exciting way. Some people will be overwhelmed because of the real time and need to be quick. If you panic and freeze, you won't win. If you keep knocking things over, you won't win. If you aren't perfect, you won't win. This game won't be fun for a lot of people. There are a bunch of problems with this game. It takes too long to set up and take down, it's almost unfair on how difficult it is, and the components can be fiddly. But you know what? The first time I played, I begged my mom and dad to play again. I loved it, and I still do. In a little over 3 years, I've played about 100 games and have over 400 logged plays. This is one of the few that I could play over and over. If you're like me and want a completely bonkers way to spend a little over an hour yelling and laughing and making a big mess of things while trying to do the impossible, get this game right away.